for y'all. After Coach McDevitt, we'll have Jordan Davis and Elias King.
I was really proud of our team over the last 2 days, really. Two gutsy, gritty performances by our group. I was particularly excited about the way we shared the ball. 17 assists on 25 made baskets. Anytime you're assisting on almost 70% of your made shots, it speaks to the level of which you're sharing it. And so the shot quality's up. Our shooting percentages were high, but it was because our shot quality was high. And at halftime, we had 2 turnovers. We had 3 in the first segment of the second half when they went on a little mini run. They went 6-0, and in large part due to us not taking care of the ball. Once we settled back down and took care of the ball, we were able to get back into a little bit of a game flow, game rhythm.
Coach, it seemed like there in the first half, especially Jalen and Jordan, not Jalen, Jordan, Jalen and Jordan, really controlled your guys' offense. How good was that to see, especially with Dontrell obviously out?
Yeah, the ball is in those 2 guys' hands quite a bit already. Without Donovan Sims and now particularly Dontrell Schuler, it's going to be so even more. But also not just in their hands. It didn't stay in their hands. The ball didn't stick. They're willing passers. Jordan ends up with 4 assists to 3 turnovers. Jalen ends up 5 assists to 2 turnovers. So you got 2 guys that are almost 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. And because of their ability to play in the paint and willingness to share the ball, we got good shooters like Elias King that saw the hoop get really big. He's continued to work on his shot. Really proud of him for that because he is a very good shooter. Just hadn't seen it go in some games. We see it go in here in the Murphy Center at practice and in workouts, and it was great to see him get himself going, and I think that may continue for him.
Coach, you're obviously not going to go 12 of 22 from three-point range every game, but if you play defense like you did in these last 2 games, hold opponents in the 60s, that's got to bode well for you. Talk about the defensive effort this series.
Yeah, I thought, our defensive efficiency numbers have been, it's a great question, really high for the majority of the season. We've just struggled to score. We've been good in man-to-man defense. Tonight we played a little bit more zone than we've played up until this point on the season, in large part because of the high minutes. Some of our bigger wings were now going to have to play without Dontrell and without Donovan. And so with a little bit more size in the backcourt with King and Lawrence and Johnson, it allowed us to play some of our zones a little bit more. But if we continue to share the ball like that on offense and stay locked in as we have been defensively, I like where this team can go over the last month of the season here.
Coach, I wasn't here last night. What was Schuler's injury last night?
Unfortunately, he had a knee injury and ended up tearing his ACL.
Ouch. Okay.
So he'll be out for the rest of the year.
Gotcha.
Coach, how do you take this back-to-back really good team performances into next weekend, try and make it 3 and 4 wins in a row?
Yeah, that's the idea. Just build on it. We prepared this week really well. Our spirit in practices, our energy level was there, and it has been. And I've told our team plenty of times, I'm really proud of them for how they handle the adversity that's kind of been thrown our way for the last couple of months, from outage, guys being out because of COVID, but also injuries, and some of them keeping guys out for an extended period of time. I think a lesser group would, hang their shoulders, hang their heads, and you can't go beat teams in this league if your energy level is subpar to your opponent night in and night out. We've been having quality practices and finally having a consistent group on the floor. It seemed there for a while it was 9 and 10 guys at practice, but it seemed to be a different 9 or 10 about every other day. And so we just could not get even a practice flow, much less a game flow. Hopefully we can get that, continue that this week, and keep building on 2 good wins here. It was great to have our fans here. I'll say that. You know, we're 2-0 at home with our True Blue fans in the stands. It makes a difference. You know, you go on the road, and we played 3 league games, 2 at Southern Miss and 1 at UAB, and there's fans in the stands. So when their team goes on a run, the place gets loud. Having your fans in the stands and cheering for you in those moments where you really need it makes a difference.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Jordan, good win tonight.
Thank you.
So obviously with Dontrell going down last night, did you feel like you and Jalen in particular needed to put more on your guys' shoulders?
For sure. But we just thought it was a team effort. Everybody need to step up. So that was our mindset.
Jordan, talk about the defensive effort you guys gave these last 2 games. You hold opponents in the 60s, you're going to have a solid chance of winning every game. Talk about that.
Oh yeah, we really wanted to lock in on defense. We know they had a lot of motion in their offense, so we really need to lock in on that end. So that's what we did.
To see Elias shoot like he did this evening, and Tyler Millen also, what's it give you guys to have 2 guys who are bigger like that, who can step away from the basket and handle the basketball a little bit also?
It gives us a lot. You know, they're able to space the floor, you know, allows other guys to drive. So it's a big plus for our offense. So.
Last question. How big was the basket looking to you tonight? Did it look like it was an extra 3 feet wide?
Yeah, it felt it looked pretty big. I had a good night and I felt good. So thank you.
Hey, Elias, good win tonight. How have you tried to stay into the mindset, into the shooter's mindset and everything in practice, knowing that you aren't getting the minutes right now, and how are you able to turn that into a good night tonight?
Oh, just staying in the gym. My teammates, they had confidence in me. They was hitting me. The coaches, they had confidence in me. Even though I was missing, they told me, man, just keep shooting. You're a shooter. Every day in practice, getting up reps with Coach Morgan and Coach Nick, they just put confidence in me. So I told myself tonight, I might as well step up in a big way.
Elias, only 2 turnovers for the team at halftime of this game. That was huge to get you guys out to a big lead. Did y'all do anything different? Did the coaches have you guys slow things down a little bit, or why were y'all so efficient?
It was definitely the coaching. Our coach told us to slow it down and get better looks, things like that, and we listened. Coach Nick was on our tails about it. Coach West, Coach Morgan, Coach Sean, they was on us about slowing the tempo down and things of that nature. So yeah, it was the coaches.
How do you guys keep this kind of team mentality, team mindset going into the next week and try and make 2 wins into 3 and 4 next weekend?
Definitely. How we're going to keep our mindset, we got to approach practice hard. We got to keep practicing the way we practice. The 3 practices that we had leading up to this have been big. It's been big. Guys stepping up. A lot of guys have been stepping up. So yes, definitely. It's going to be about how we approach practice. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be over in Huntington, West Virginia next weekend facing Marshall, and back here in the Murphy Center following that against Louisiana Tech on that Friday and Saturday. See y'all in a couple weeks. Thank you.